So part four, right? So yeah, we're going to run an audit. So you want to audit what your current price is actually benchmark against. So what's your current price being benchmarked against, right? And you start with just one question. That's one question. So let's go at it. So this audit works because it names the anchor you never chose consciously. So what is it? So a single honest sentence. My price was set by looking at and then you put it over there. So writing it down usually reveals the anchor immediately without needing any further analysis. So you do have an anchor over here. You do have a you've had an anchor, right? Anybody who has a price over there, whether they know or not, they decide on that price based on something. So you want to really look at it and what have you exactly used to decide that price? And then this is an assessment. This is a sincere one, right? To help you really understand what's happening. And then the common failure mode. So assuming the price reflects your depth because it feels about right, right? So you feel like, okay, this is good, this is fine, I think this is fair price, right? So feeling right and being anchored to demonstrated results are not the same thing. That's what you really want to understand. So if you feel right about it, it's exciting, it's really important, but it still doesn't mean, right, that's it is the right price to charge. So reflection sheet to help you go through all this, right? So first thing you want to look at, and you want to answer this honestly. So what is my current price actually benchmark against? Is it a competitor? Is it the marketplace or my own demonstrated depth? So two, do I have more than one price point? Or is every prospect negotiating against a single number? So you want to have more than one price point, but at this moment you want to really answer this question to know where you are. And then three, when did I last raise my price based on results delivered rather than how confident I felt? So was there a time when you look at what this is what I did, this is what I produced, my client came, my consulting client came, right? They were making X amount of money, they work with me, they're not making 3x, 4x. Great, let me increase my price. When was the last time you did something like that? And then four, what will an accessible entry tier look like for my specific offer? You would want to answer those questions. And then five, what will a genuinely top tier version of my offer include that my current offer doesn't? So that's like a sincere look at like when you look at the top tier version of your offer and then what could look like and what you're actually charging for your current offer, you really want to ask yourself what could be changed, right? What could be changed? All right, so let's look at a practical case. So part five, how one consultant raise revenue per client without losing a single booking. How did it happen? So a consultant charging one flat rate regularly negotiated down despite consistently strong client results. So until the latter replaced a single number. Right. So how does that work? So the consultant moved from charging one rate to having the three tiers. So the three tiers are there. What he ended up seeing is that there are fewer objections, moving from a lot of objections to fewer objections, and then there's a higher revenue per client. That's a key number. Higher revenue per client. So three tiers replace the one flat client, one flat rate, then increase in revenue per client again, and then the price objection reduced completely. Sometimes I think we do see it as normal for people to kind of want to negotiate our prices and I personally don't like negotiating that much, right? Particularly my prices, because the price is supposed to be a reflection of, if you're a coach and a consultant in particular, somebody who teaches, your price is actually a reflection of your direct value. It's different than a product seller. A product seller, maybe if I'm selling a mobile phone and we're negotiating the price of a mobile phone, that's fine. That's a mobile phone. That's not me. But when it comes to my skills, my experience, and the things that I've done and it's being negotiated, I don't know. That feels some way. That feels weird for me. So it's better to give people room. Those who believe the least on you should pay the cheapest. And those who believe the most on you should pay the cheapest and have the least amount of value delivered to them. Right? And then those who believe the most in you should pay the highest and then and also have the highest amount of value delivered to them. That's how we want to look at that. All right, so what actually changed for this particular coach practically? So price structure before it was one flat rate for every engagement, be it I mean, and then after what was happening? After they had the three tiers, the entry level, right? Different level of pricing that could be applied in the market. All right, price structure before it was one flat rate for every engagement. Okay, with the price anchor now, so it was a handful of comparable consultants, right? So you look, that's what you're looking at. Okay, maybe there are 1,000 consultants in your market, and you just look at 10 or 15 of them that were the most visible, the most reachable around you to do your pricing, and that could be so deceiving. In fact, it's a worst thing to do. Worst thing to do, truly. All right, and then after. Then demonstrated depth of results. That's what started happening. So you started incurring now your price on the type of results that you demonstrated, right? The depth of them, and things turn around. And then negotiation pattern. So negotiated down. It used to be negotiated down more often than not. So every time you say I'm charging 10K, they go like, no, 10K is too much. It has to be 8K. In fact, the last time we paid was 7K. Right? It becomes a funny conversation. And then after. Most self-selects into signature, no negotiation. That's the unfortunate part here. So there's no negotiation, there's no real like discussion being done around the whole price and everything. And right now what ended up happening is that there are people who have different packages or different tiers and they just go into them directly. And then the same conversation, it used to be a longer one and then a more adversarial, like it was a fight. Oh, you are worth this. No, I am worth this. No, I will pay you this. No, I can't accept it. Ah, you didn't get into business to fight, right? You got in there to impact people. So you must give room. You must give room to everybody. Even if you draw the low tier offer and it seems that people don't want to go for it, I don't think you should even try to reduce the low ticket price because if they're not able to go into that, it means that they're not you don't even want them as business partners because if you reduce it down to them, the discussions or the temperament and the energy and the flow, the conversation during the whole project is just going to be so hectic for you. It's going to be so hectic for you. So and you will not want that. So the price actually protects your sanity. The three tiers protect your sanity. Those who represent much more of your revenue, who you seem to do a lot for, are those who believe in you the most and are willing to like give you ample time to do your work. And that means a lot. I like to work in peace, right? And then after, what ended up happening is that the same conversations now become shorter and a legitimate lower option always existed. Great, great, great. So what can this coach say? Right? Said cell conversation became noticeably shorter and less adversarial, right? Once a visible legitimate lower cost option existed. So who were those frustrating your sale conversation the most? Those who believe in you the least and who also deserve the least amount of value from you. So now you have a package where they can just go in directly and you know what to expect as well from them and you know what you want to deliver as well. But then your goal is to over deliver when you work with them. Don't like over deliver in such a way that like they regret or they do regret doubting you or they do regret not giving you more money at the start. That's really the right mindset. So here we come to the end of this webinar. So you already know what your depth is worth. Let's build your ladder together. So if you need assistance, you would like to hear our thoughts personally towards your business on your pricing, you can book a free 15-minute consulting or discovery call with us. And we would like to hear from you, right? We like to hear from you.